How's it going, guys? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and today I am playing Horrified, the Universal Monsters Edition, in commemoration of Renfield coming out in theaters, the new movie starring Nicolas Cage as Dracula and Nicholas Hoult as Renfield. So, I have it set up for a single-player game, Dracula, because, well, this is in celebration of the movie coming out, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, if you don't know how to play the game, definitely check out my playthrough video before of Horrified, both Universal Monsters and American Monsters, but we're just going to jump right in and see if I can take out these two legendary monsters from the Universal realm. Okay, I have my board set up for the two-player game. Dracula, the objective is to break all four of his caskets and then stake him with yellow items, which is mainly like garlic, wine, stuff like that. For the creature of the Black Lagoon, we have to chase down his lair and then use one of each color item to defeat him once we meet up with him. So, I have my character, which is the archaeologist. He'll allow me to pick up items from adjacent spaces, which would be pretty cool. He has 4 actions, and he starts out at the docks. The creature is starting out at the lagoon. Makes sense. And Dracula is starting out at the crypt. Finally, I have my little helper card here to aid along the way, and this one is Conduct an Investigation. Choose a space with a hero. You may place any number of heroes in that space. Whale. This one, I'm actually going to discard real quick, because in this game, it wouldn't help out. So let's get this new one. Brandish a crucifix. Place Dracula in a space or move any monster 3 spaces. Okay, this one we're definitely going to have. If I come across any others that are like this one that mentions any other heroes to bring them to your space, stuff like that, I'll just simply discard because this will not help out in this game. And I don't want to have a dead card because that would make for a very boring game. So, with that being said, let us begin. And I will start off by going 1, 2, pick up here for 3. And for my last action, I will go here, so that way I have access to the precinct and the inn. And now let's go on ahead and start and see what the monsters do. So, already Dracula is going to be doing some stuff. That's awesome. Okay, so we got 2 items that'll be placed on the board. And the items will be a knife at the docks, and we have a flower also going to the docks. Next, move the hero villager closest to Dracula 3 spaces towards him. Well, that's definitely me. So, 1, 2, 3. I'm at the Abbey. Now, the mummy, the invisible man, and the creature from the Black Lagoon activate. And, well, this is going to be fun. So they get to move 1, which he's definitely going to be able to traverse here to the Abbey and sneak up behind me. And now he's going to try to attack for 2 dice. So let's see what happens. Okay, well, luckily I don't get hit. I would have to move the boat back 1 space, but we haven't even started moving yet. We haven't even left the docks, so we're pretty good. And, well, technically I left the docks, but not that docks, and, well, it's okay. So we'll put this here, and now it's back to me. That's the end of the monster's turn. So what I'm going to do, since Dracula pulled me there, I might as well go ahead and take care of it. So 1, I will use this rifle from the barn that I originally got to break this casket. So that takes care of 1, but we still got 3 more to go. So that's 1 action, 2, 3, and then 4 to see if I can get out of the way. Alright, so that's that. Now we go with the next one. Retreat. So no items get put on the board. Place the creature in the river. So he snuck up behind me, and now he runs away. And now the wolf man, the bride, and also a frenzied monster, which in this case is Dracula, will move 3. Move 1, roll 3. So he's going to move 1 here. And luckily he doesn't attack. Now we go back to my turn here. So what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3. Grab these 2 here. And 4. Grab this garlic here because you know what? Vampires hate garlic. So we're pretty good. Alright, now let's go to the next monster phase here. On the move. So 3 items will go on the board. So those 3 items will be a stake at the Abbey. Where do we have the Abbey at? Did I just cover it up? Let me see here. Oh, there we go. Dracula's there. A stake at the Abbey. We have a fossil at the campground, which makes perfect sense. And we have at the end a dart, which also makes perfect sense. Very thematic, and I gotta find the inn here. You would think after playing this game for a while, I should know where everything's at. There we go. Alright, so now move the frenzied monster to the next frenzy marker to the next monster. So we'll go to the creature here. Move each villager one space towards their safe location. If there are any villagers, would be good. And now the frenzied monster moves 3. So it's going to be 1, 2. He's coming after me for 3. 2 attack dice. So let's see what happens with this. Nothing happens to it. He is just going to scare me the whole time. That's perfectly fine. Alright, so now it's back to my turn. So let's go on ahead and go 1, 2, 3, and I'll go ahead and pick this one up for 4. So I'll start moving the boat around and also get this on the next turn. And now let's go with the next one here. The meeting. So 2 items go on the board. Those 2 items will be the docks. We'll get a knife, and the barn gets a torch. Don't ask me why there's a torch in the barn. That's a lot of hay. That could be a lot of trouble. The bride and Frankenstein move 2 spaces. Or the bride moves 2 spaces, so it's Frankenstein. Don't have to worry about that. But the creature from the Black Lagoon gets to move 2, and he is on my tail this whole time. Now let's see if he actually does something with 1 die instead of 2. Of course he does. So I get hit for 1, so I'm just going to use this little dart from the end. I'll just sacrifice that. And now it's back to me. So let's go ahead and go 1. We'll break this casket here using a pistol, because that makes perfect sense. Shoot the casket up to where Dracula can't use it. And that'll take care of the one in the cave. So I still got the dungeon and the graveyard to go to. For my 3rd action, I will go here. And my 4th action, I'll go on ahead and use my blue fossil to move the boat up to the blue X here. So we'll start finding the lair of the creature from the Black Lagoon. And now let's go ahead and go to the monster phase. Monster phase 0. So no items. It's sunrise. Place Dracula in the crypt. He's in the crypt. And then the frenzied monster, Frankenstein, and the invisible man would move. So creature's already there. So let's go ahead and roll 2 and see what happens. He hits me again for 1. Of course he does. So I'm going to use this pitchfork, and let's go ahead and sacrifice that since I got hit. And that's the end of the monster phase. So we go back to the archaeologist. Since I'm there, I'm going to go ahead and use my yellow to place up here. And instead of using a red to go this next X, I'm just going to try and see if I can pick up more items. So that's my first action. 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and pick this one up. And now let's go to the monster phase. Monster phase. 2 items go onto the board. And it's a thief, which involves the invisible man, but we do not have him on here. All right, so we go to the tower and to the shop. And then the creature from the Black Lagoon will move 1, attack for 3, but luckily I'm not there. Nobody else is. We are good to go. So this goes here. And now let's go ahead and go to the next turn of mine. So let's go 1, 2 to pick up these 2 items here. 3 to pick up this item here from the shop. And 4, we're going to go down here to the church so I can take care of this one, the graveyard. All right, so next one is the hunt is on. So 2 items go onto the board. Oh, this is going to be a lot of action. All right, so 2 items go onto the board. So the tower will get an item, and the theater will get an item, which is a nice little rapier. All right. And now the creature, the frenzied monster, and Dracula all get to move. So Dracula will get to move 1. Since the frenzied monster is also the creature, he gets to move 1 and then 1. So he's still chasing me down, but that sucker's not going to catch me anytime soon. All right, so it's my turn now. So let's go 1. Go to use the precinct pistol. My weapon of choice against caskets, apparently. Break this casket. Take it out of the game. And so now we got 1 casket left up here. So that's 2nd action. 3rd action will go here. And yeah, I'm just going to go right here and see if I can get around him next turn. because I do want to try and go here, get this stuff, and then make my way up towards the final casket there. All right, so the creature goes. Another thief. So 2 more items get put on the board. Crap. Not crap about the items, but the creature that's about ready to activate. All right, the campgrounds will get an item, and the inn will get an item. They have a lot of garlic at the inn for some reason, but it's perfectly fine. All right, and now the creature from the Black Lagoon is going to hit me for 3 attempts. So let's see what happens. And he hits me twice, so I will use my wine, and I will use my steak from the Abbey. Both of those will go. And that's fine. I still got a few items left over, so I am all set. Actually, let me place these items over here to help you out just a little bit so you see what's going on. All right, so that's the end of that turn. Now it's back to me, so let's go on ahead and go 1, 2, 3, and let's pick up these 2 items here for my 4th action. And now let's go to the next one here. All right, 2 items get put on the board thanks to Form of the Bat. Darn it. All right, so Form of the Bat. So 2 items get put on the board. We have an item going to the laboratory. And we have, I should have picked up from there, but oh well. And an item going to the mansion, which is pretty cool there. All right, Form of the Bat. Place Dracula in a space with the current player's hero. So that's me. He's going there. Then these 3 creatures are not involved. They're not in the game, so we're good. And nobody gets to attack. So he just comes up and goes, boo. So we're fine. Hey, Mr. Cage, how's it going? How's the movie or life going for you? All right, so it's my turn. So let's go 1. Pick up these for 2. And that will actually give me a good amount of stuff for Dracula here. Let's go 3. And then for 4, I'm going to use this silver cane to bash this casket. So next turn, all I got to do is just, if I survive, use the 6+ of yellow I have here to get them taken care of. All right, now on to the next monster phase. So we have the meeting. So 2 more items get put onto the board. So we have a item going to the mansion, an item going to the shop. The bride would move 2 spaces towards Frankenstein, but it doesn't matter. And the creature will move 2 spaces towards the hero. All right, so it's now to my turn. So let's go on ahead and go 1, 2. Use the 6 power to take out Dracula. So now Dracula is done. Sorry, Mr. Cage, your career is doing great, but now your Dracula is officially done. And I still have 1 more move, so I'm just going to pick up this red item here, and now I can start working on the camp. And now let's see what the next monster phase does. Insane Survivor. So Renfield goes to the docks. 3 items will go on the board. And the frenzied monster and Dracula would move, but luckily we took care of Dracula, so we don't have to worry about that. But we got a creature from the Black Lagoon that is definitely not happy at this point in time. All right, so the precinct will get an item. The camp gets an item. And the Institute will get another item. And that's actually looking very appealing to me. All right, so the creature moves up, and he's going to try to attack me. I blame that. So he hits me for 2, so let's go on ahead and use 1 of our blue items here and 1 of our red items, because now we're not focusing on the numbers, we're focusing on just the colors. So let's go ahead and put this here, put that there, and now it is back to my turn. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, pick these items up, and I'll start working on this the next turn. Next monster phase. The Innocent. Maria will be going to the barn, which is fine. She wants to go to camp. Makes perfect sense to me. Then we have 3 items getting put on the board. We have a stake going to the Abbey. Let's see, the Abbey is here. We have a tablet to the museum, which is here, and a canopic jar going to the museum as well. And the frenzied monster gets to move 1, which he is equal distant. Actually, no, Renfield is a little bit closer, so he's going to go after Renfield. And nothing else happens, so we're good. So now back to me. I'm going to start working on this. So for my first action, use this yellow, to move up to here. Use a red to move up to here for 2. Use another yellow to move up to here for the 3rd action. And use a red to go up to here to the 4th action. So all I need is a blue, and then I'll need to grip one of each to get to the creature. So, next item up for bid in this action of the hero, actually the monster phase. My apologies. All right, so 3 more items get put onto the board. I believe Renfield's going to... This is going to be weird. If Renfield and Dracula are the only 2 that actually go before I actually defeat the monsters, that's pretty funny. All right, so 3 items get put onto the board. So we have on the Institute, we'll have an item here. We have an item in the graveyard, which is a shovel, and a flower going to the docks. Now, move the frenzied marker to the next monster. We don't have to do that. Now, each villager goes 1 step closer to their safe location. So, unfortunately, Renfield's got to go here, and Maria goes down here to the theater. And now, the monster is going to attack Renfield. See if he can hit him for 2. He hits him, and it rocks the boat. So, the boat goes back 1. That's okay. But Renfield now goes... And we now have to move the terror track up 1, which is perfectly fine. This is thematic. I'm glad I made this the tribute game to, to the release of the new movie Renfield. So that's actually pretty darn pretty funny. All right, so now let's go to my turn here. So the first action, I'm going to use this blue to go on ahead and hit this last spot here. So we found the lair. Now I need 1 of each color to defeat the monster. So that's the first action. 2, 3... And I'm going to grab this one for my last one. Now, if anything goes right, I can grab this for 1, 2, 3, and then take him out. So let's see what happens with this. All right, so worried fiance Elizabeth will be going to the mansion. So Elizabeth, where you at? All right, there she is. All right, so Elizabeth goes to the mansion. There we go. Here she is. And now we have 3 items going onto the board. And those 3 items are a torch to the barn. I swear that place is going to burn down. A research tower will be getting... tower will be getting research. I thought it was just like a little magnifying glass. Or, you know, my brain just went blank. I'm not even going to try to remember what that is. If you remember what this is, let me know in the comments below. But I'm just going to call it research. And Wolf's Bane goes to the camp. Yeah, I'm a smart one. All right, now the frenzied monster will get to move, and he's going after poor little Maria here, which makes perfect sense in this game. And now for 2, let's see if he hits Maria. He does hit Maria. Sorry, Maria. You will go, but the terror track goes up 1. And it's back to my turn, but all I need to do is grab this blue here for 1. Move here for 2, and use each one of these colors to defeat the creature from the Black Lagoon. And there we have it. For playthroughs, I'm 3-3. So, I've always enjoyed playing this game. It's a whole lot of fun, and I am a huge fan of the Universal monsters. And if you have a chance to pick this game up, or the other Horrified American Monsters, I guarantee you will not be disappointed with the fun you will have with either one of these hits the play table at your next game night. Thank you guys so much for checking out this playthrough. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to let everyone know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs. So until next time, guys, stay safe, take care, and always be on the lookout for the monsters in the world.